It's time to jump back into the Mazda MX5's on World Sim Series, and this week we are heading to Suzuka East. This is actually the second race that we've done here this week. Unfortunately, the first one only featured myself and John as a bit of a private testing session. If you want to see how that one panned out, there is a link to the video down below in the description, which is actually unlisted on the channel. But this one, although it still had only 4 participants, it wasn't just myself and John. John has been quite the rival for me this season on World Sim Series, and the majority of the time, John has actually won. So, can we actually get one back on John in this one? Well, let's jump in and see how it went. All right, we're on the grid here at Suzuka East. We are going to be going off from pole, being the only Pro AM driver in the lobby. There's only 4 of us racing in this one. This is actually the second race this week. Unfortunately, the first one was just between myself and John, who is also in this race, so please go and check out the links in the description. Check out his channel, give him some support, please. Awesome guy. And it was just a 1v1 with me and John, so there was a recording of that, but it's unlisted on my channel. I may even include that down below. There's 4 of us this time, so let's see. We can have a good race this time around. So, here come the lights.
Let's go.
Away we go. A pretty good start. John's tucking in behind. Ideally, I would like me and John to break away here. Don't know what these other 2 guys are like. I know that I can count on John to have a good, clean, safe race.
Good start.
A little lift of the throttle there as we went over a little bit of the grass. But we lead going into lap number 2 from John by 0.4 of a second. A bit of a slide there, so I had to correct mid-corner. Stamp on the brake a little bit. I'm under pressure here from John.
You've just done a 57.9. 10
Might
minutes
go
remaining.
defensive.
10 minutes.
On your left, clear left.
John's a lot stronger in the
Right
first
side's
corner than I
cold.
am. He managed to be 0.2 of a second quicker than me in the practice session we did together. And I felt like those 0.2 of a second came from the first corner. Bit of a better run out the final corner that time. Not going to be under as much pressure.
New fastest lap for Davey, 57.6.
10th quicker than me on that lap. Guy in P4 though has set the fastest lap. A couple of thousandths quicker than John. Stretch another few tenths out on John there.
That's the fastest lap of the race.
About 4 tenths in that lap alone. Counter steer there though won't have helped matters.
Your tyre temps are all fine.
Managing to pull a couple of tenths a lap here on John.
We're quickest right now. Sector 2 time is okay.
3 tenths faster than him that time around. What's John got in response though? Has he got anything to respond with?
Your right sides are cold.
Alright, he's come back at me a couple of tenths there.
Alright Nick, we're matching race pace. Your lap time was at 57.7. The guy behind has just done a 57.5. That's good consistency, keep it up.
Halfway through the race.
Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
We're taking a couple tenths back there.
That was 57.5.
Almost matched my fastest lap of the race, so yeah.
Come on Nick, just 5 minutes left. Hold your nerve, we can win this.
I think what's helping me really like here is my final corner. I just feel really strong out the final corner. I noticed in the previous race when there was just me and John in it, when I was following him, he actually brakes in the final corner, whereas I don't. I just like let off the throttle, shift down to second, and just sort of roll through the corner trying to get on the power nice and early.
57.6.
Very evenly matched though, only like literally like a tenth or so between us on each lap. So I need to know in the back of my head that any slight mistake and John will be right there to pounce. It's all about keeping it nice and consistent, not taking too many risks with these curbs, because the curbs on AC are absolutely deadly. You really can't use them. It's probably one of the things that I would wish they would kind of change. I mean, it's an old game now. Probably dropped off the update life cycle. To be fair, they're busy working on the new Evo game. But yeah, curbs in the Assetto Corsa are just, I would really like to use them in some of these corners, but you just can't use them at all. Touch them and you're dead. So All right, just over 3 minutes to go here. Has John got anything in the tank here to launch an attack? It's slow on the throttle there because I ran over the curb.
Your tyre temperatures look good.
Oh, John with a big slide out the final corner. He's pushing. Maybe he saw me make a couple of mistakes there and it gave him a little bit of optimism.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go. I'll be two more laps after this one.
Okay, Nick, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
It's a big lap there. Another couple of tenths out of John. Fastest lap of the race. 2 to go. It's got to keep it nice and consistent here. See that gap just comes down in that first corner. Like I said before, John is so much more confident into turn 1 than I am. But then the rest of the lap sort of comes back towards me. All right, last lap. Bit of a scruffy final corner, but
One more lap to go. Stay focused. That lap was a 57.7.
got to hold John off for one more lap here.
Your right side tyres are cold.
All right, to delay the turn in a little bit. Luckily, we've got away with it. Nothing too heroic through the final corner, though. We managed to hold John off and take the win.
Well done, Nick. Great win. You deserved that today.
Good race, mate. Kept the pressure on throughout the entire race, so yeah, good race. Let's go and take a look at the results. We came home in P1, having started on pole. We set the fastest lap of the race, which was a 57.406. John was just 900ths of a second slower with a 57.499. We had 0 instant points, 6 points for the championship. Pace rating improves by 12, but as there was only 4 of us running, safety rating doesn't count in this one, so our safety rating remains the same. There we go, guys. That was the race. And yeah, all right, there was only 4 of us in the race, but still, throughout the entirety of the race, John kept the pressure up, but I was able to keep my car in front. I think ultimately what won me this race was going defensive into turn 1 on lap number 3 to hold on to that position when John was really on my tail. And from there, we were just able to pull out a few tenths here and there. and it was a bit of a yo-yo effect. I would take 2 attempts, John would take a couple of attempts, but ultimately we managed to hold on for the win. If you haven't already done so, please check out John's channel. A link to it is down below in the description. He's an awesome guy, and I'm sure he would appreciate your support. So please go and check John's channel out if you haven't done so already. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more racing content from me, make sure to hit subscribe, because there'll be plenty more coming real soon. If you want to get involved with the action on WSS, head down to the description where you'll find a link, and hopefully I'll see you on track real soon. But all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see ya.